Hello everyone and welcome to our video series on Learn German for Beginners. In the previous video, you learned how to conduct a conversation when you're going to buy clothes. In this video, you'll be learning how to conduct a conversation when you have to hire a taxi. To practice what you learned today, you can download a free worksheet from our page on patreon.com. So let's begin. Lektion 56. Mit dem Taxi fahren. Let's first learn a few important words. Das Taxi. Oder in der Schweiz, in Switzerland, one also says der Taxi. Plural is die Taxis. Noch einmal das Taxi. Die Taxis. The German taxis are mostly Mercedes cars. They are cream-colored and you will always find a black and yellow sign on the top. You will mostly find a taxi at a taxi stand. In German, der Taxistand. You will find them at almost every busy area. For example, at train stations, airports, at hotels, shopping areas, etc. They are usually lined up and you take generally the first one. But if you want a bigger taxi or a different one, you can also pick up one which is in the middle of the queue. You can also call for a taxi. Almost every city has a taxi centrale. These days, there are also a lot of mobile apps which let you book a cab online. And of course, you can also hail a cab on the street. Der Taxameter. Die Taxameter. Noch einmal, der Taxameter. Die Taxameter. The next one, die Quittung. Die Quittungen. Noch einmal, die Quittung. Die Quittungen. Der Taxifahrer oder die Taxifahrerin. Noch einmal, der Taxifahrer oder die Taxifahrerin. The taxi drivers in Germany are generally very helpful and friendly. They also mostly help you with the luggage. And you can enjoy with them some small conversations. They'll love to do that. So let's see what you would say when you have to order a taxi. Ein Taxi bestellen. First, we will do a few structures that you would use when you're ordering one on the phone. Am Telefon. You can say, ich hätte gern oder ich brauche bitte für morgen 16 Uhr ein Taxi in die Goethestraße 10. It's very important to give the time and of course the address where you would want the taxi. Here's another sentence. Kann ich morgen früh 8 Uhr ein Taxi zum Flughafen bestellen? Do remember to use the correct prepositions. Zum Flughafen. In die Goethestraße. If you want to revise them, you can do so by watching our video on Wegbeschreibung. The link can be found below in the description. And when you need a taxi immediately, you could say, ich brauche bitte sofort ein Taxi zum Flughafen. In die Goethestraße 10. Let's see what you can get as a reply. Es tut mir leid, es sind keine Taxis verfügbar. Verfügbar sein means that something is available. Or you can get a positive reply. Wie lautet Ihr Name bitte? Das Taxi ist auf dem Weg. Oder Sie sagen einfach, Ich schicke jemanden. Mostly, you also come across a taxi on the street. Auf der Straße. Let's learn how to go about it. Entschuldigen Sie, sind Sie frei? Können Sie mich zum Bahnhof fahren? Let's look at another variation. Entschuldigen Sie, würden Sie oder könnten Sie mich bitte zum Flughafen bringen? Don't be surprised to see würden or könnten in these sentences. They are just a more polite form. You will be learning them later. As of now, you should just learn them. Instead of könnten, you can also use können. Now let's see what you could say once you're inside the taxi. Im Taxi. So the taxi driver would ask, Wohin möchten Sie? Ich möchte zum Flughafen. Or zum Stadtzentrum. Oder zum Bahnhof, etc. Once you're inside the taxi, you should also make sure if the meter is on. Ist das Taxameter eingeschaltet? Oder schalten Sie bitte das Taxameter ein. You can also have some small talk with the taxi driver. Or you could ask, wie lange dauert es bis dahin? Oder wie lange dauert die Fahrt bis zum Flughafen? The replies can vary. For example, etwa 20 Minuten. Mostly all taxis in Germany have a navigation system. Sometimes if you're in a hurry, you can also say, Ich habe es eilig. Könnten Sie bitte schneller fahren? It depends on the driver if he would like to drive faster or not. Here's another one. Stört es Sie, wenn ich das Fenster zumache oder aufmache? And once you reach your destination, you can say, Können Sie bitte hier anhalten? You can also say, Bitte halten Sie da vorne an der Haltestelle oder am Eingang, etc. And if you have to do something on your way, you can tell the driver, Können Sie an einem Bankautomaten oder an einem Kiosk anhalten? Können Sie mich bitte davon rauslassen? Now let's see what to say when it comes to payment. Zahlen. You can ask, Wie viel kostet das? Oder wie viel muss ich zahlen? A possible answer is 15,50 €. Sometimes, even without your asking, the driver may tell you, Das macht dann 15,50 € bitte. Kann ich mit der Karte zahlen? A lot of taxis allow you to pay with card. In other case, make sure that you're carrying cash. And if you want to have the receipt, then you would ask, Kann ich bitte eine Quittung haben? Sometimes even the driver can ask you, Möchten Sie eine Quittung? And then you pay. Danke, Rest ist für Sie. Oder stimmt so. Oder das passt. Generally, you can tip the driver to the nearest euro. If you go on longer trips, you could also tip the driver 5 or 10% of the fare. It's completely up to you. Do remember, the drivers might charge you extra if you're taking the taxi at night or on special holidays, even on Sundays. Great! Now, if you want to practice what you have learned today, you can download a free worksheet from our page on patreon.com. Danke! Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you still haven't. You can click on the bell to receive notifications whenever we upload a new video. If you have any comments or questions, you can leave them in the comment section below. Tschüss, auf Wiedersehen!